Good morning. It's a beautiful July morning. It's the 1st of July today, and true to its name, it's supposed to be 108. So that's hot. I did want to share with you, I got a beautiful shipment of plants yesterday, and I saved the unboxing to share with you. And I also did a plant exchange with one of my neighbors. So I wanted to share what I got from her and then tell you my plans for all of it. So for the most part, these boxes arrive in great shape, except for one. This one. Oh, there it is. Completely smashed in. So I did open this one a little bit and take a peek in just to see if it was okay, and it looked to be all right, but we'll see when I open it up. It's too hot to plant today. I'm in my side garden by my orphan garden, my side yard by my orphan garden, because it's shady here, and then I'll give them a good drink, and I'm gonna let them just actually hang out in their cans for a couple days. It's supposed to go down to the mid-90s by next week. Perfect time to plant, because these are going out in the garden or into containers out in full sun, and 108 degrees for newly planted plants is not a good idea. So I'm gonna let them hang out here, and then later next week, sometime when it's nice and cool in the morning, I will plant them up. So I'm excited to share with you what I got. You remember my style is just a riot of color. I love color. I love mostly the purples, the pinks, the whites, the blues, lavenders, apricot. I generally steer away from reds and yellows, but I did visit my friend's garden yesterday, and she had some yellow in there, and I went, oh, it just looks so pretty. And she told me a fun fact that bees look for yellow in late summer. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I like it, and it just looks so pretty. So I'm going to try and find the right shade of yellow to get into my garden. But today's plants are all in the color scheme that I love. So let's see what I got. I bought plants from Proven Winners. You can see that. I always love Proven Winners. Some I got direct from Proven Winners, and some I got from Home Depot Proven Winners. And it's the Home Depot one that arrived all mangled. I don't know if it was the delivery or what. Little fun story aside, when we were having such delivery problems as a nation, really as a globe during the COVID crisis, I once had a box arrive with actual tire tracks across it. So so my neighbors are up and at 'em as well. We're all trying to get our stuff done before it gets too hot. So let's see what I got. I remember what I got, and I don't remember what I got. So let's see. And this Proven Winners arrives beautifully packaged. Look at that. Beautifully packaged. Every plant in a own little cardboard container, wrapped in cardboard and tucked in. So we have 2 of these. And here's my cardboard separator. My husband will love that I'm bringing home more cardboard for him to recycle. Oh yeah, these are more meteor shower verbena. I have that one in my side garden in the back, and I love it. And I want more, and these bring such a height of purple, but very mellow, because they're not, a thick plant. They're very thin, spindly stalks. So they look beautiful, topped in with things surrounding them, which is what I look cool. I've been trying to replace that one plant that died with another kind of verbena. I'm not remembering. So as they warned me on when I purchased it online, they said, we've pruned back, or I can't remember how they phrased it exactly, but they said, we've pinched back or pruned back or we've cut back your perennials so that they are ready for their next flush, because it's pretty late in the year to be planting. So that is true. That's why this is pretty small, and maybe you can see they've gone and they've just cut all of the main stalks down here so that it's a small plant, and it can settle in, because you want the energy to go to the roots when you plant and settle in better. Both of these have arrived in the Eco Plus Grande compostable cups. These are fabulous. Even if you never do anything but just throw them in your trash anyway, they're still compostable. It's less plastic in our environment, and I am 100% in favor of that. They say you can pop the tabs off and pop them into the ground, but I think you need a lot of moisture for that sort of breakdown to happen. Or you can put them into your green recycling, which is what I plan on doing, or you can put them into your trash. Either way, they still will compost. I was on a gardening group where the inventor of these was, and he gave a lot of really great information, and I told him, thank you for inventing these. These are absolutely happy, and I'm willing to pay the extra $1 or whatever it is instead of using plastic. So yay for these. Okay, so I can't wait to get these in. Let's see what's next. I'm gonna put them over here so I can give everyone a good drink. This is another Proven Winners packed box that I got from them direct. They were so sweet. I wrote them and I said, I just put my order in and I forgot a plant. Can I add it to my order? And she was like, oh no, I'm super sorry. We can't do that. Our system won't let us. But you could cancel the order and then resubmit it, the whole thing with the plant, because I was trying to save on the shipping cost. And I thought, oh my gosh, what a pain for you guys. I'm not going to do that. So that's why I have, I think, a couple different boxes going on. In this box, beautifully packaged again, I have, stabbed myself in the face. Oh, I got 6 Super Bells. Coral Sun. Okay, so remember, yellow, not my favorite, but look, this does have a little yellow throat, and here's the picture. They actually looks to me a little bit more hot, I guess. So I thought these would be a cool addition to my, maybe a border that I was looking at. I also got a summerific, very awesome hardy hibiscus, mallow, I think some people call them. I need to get more dark-leaved plants in my garden. So summerific has gorgeous red, purple, green, dark leaves with that beautiful hot pink blossom. One of the latest perennials to bounce back in your yard, I've noticed. So I'm excited to try this. I've had them before and they never really did anything, but I think it's because I didn't give them enough soil. So I'm excited to try again. I'm an optimistic person at times when they come into my garden. All right, and the last of the coral. All right. Oh, I guess I only got 5. All right, 5 coral. All right. And then in this box is from Great Gardens, Great Garden Plants, and they carry a lot of the Proven Winners, as evidenced by the Proven Winner idea book. But they had a lot of things in stock still that I wanted this year, and so this is interesting. They use the same, let's see, they use the sideways methodology. Interesting. So looks like we've got one and two sideways plants. That's smart. Beautifully wrapped in plastic. Plants look beautiful and healthy. No tag. You guys know that's my favorite thing about Proven Winners, is that they include a tag. They do have a sticker on the side, and these are my 5 Curly Fries Hosta. I picked one up at Van Winter Garden in Reading a couple months ago when I went up to go see Jamie of Dig Plant Water Repeat. I picked one up there and they only had one, so I've been looking to add to that because I think they're just so funny. So I bought 5 of those. So here they are. Hostas are slug. Let me take the plastic off. Hostas are slug and snail magnets for us. I find the best way to control for all of those things is Sluggo Plus. Sluggo Plus is an organic, safe to use around kids, pets, and wildlife. I can't remember the exact makeup of what they use, but it's something that's actually beneficial to your lawn. So you're actually fertilizing, or your garden, I mean, you're actually fertilizing your garden at the same time as killing snails and slugs. And if you get the plus version, earwigs, which I can't stand those guys. And it works really well. So I go out and sprinkle it, and I can always tell when it's time to redo it because all of a sudden I start noticing holes. So hostas like water. They like it, the ambient water, not just you know, water at the roots, but they like it to be humidity high, or high humidity. You know, so I actually this year took out the sprinklers that I had on them and converted them to drip, and they're not happy with me. So I gotta just make sure I'm keeping an eye on the water and give them more of what they're looking for in terms of moisture. You know, we're on city water here, so we have restrictions. We have to pay for our water. We have water reports that they come and tell us how much we're using and if we're bad. So I converted everything to drip this year in the backyard. And these are one of the few plants that wasn't happy that I did that. So I'll have to figure out something. All right, well, those are beautifully packaged. Let's see what else I have. More sideways plants. I love this method. Just pull it on out. Oh, I think, yeah, these are Geums. I have never heard of Geums until Laura of Garden Answer happened to mention one just offhand. And I started looking into it. And Great Garden Plants had these gorgeous, gorgeous 2 different colors. One's called, I think, Peach Petticoats, and I can't remember what the other one is. Petticoats Peach is here on the tag. And there's another one that actually has yellow in it, and I originally bought them to go over in my bed where I planted the kangaroo paw and those verbena, those hot pink verbena. That's what I was thinking. So I actually am going to retool that bed again. I'm not happy with the kangaroo paws there. I feel like they get lost. So I might pop these in instead. The yellow versions just have a really cool, it's like yellow and, I'll have to pop a picture up for you. I think so these are all Geums and Hostas. Whoop, this guy got a little bent over, but that's okay. It looks all right. little smushed. Okay, not too bad. I mean, a little smushed down here at the bottom. I'm gonna flip my box over. This one slid way in there. And then, oh, GM Tempo Rose. So I'll pop a tag in. Right now they don't look like much because they're not blooming, but the foliage is pretty. Kind of looks like a hollyhock. I wonder if they're related, because I actually just picked up a hollyhock from my garden share. She grew them, dug them up for me. They look very similar. I'll have to do some research. All right, for most part, these look pretty good. A couple of them got smashed, but not too bad. Okay, I hate these plastic covers. I know why they do it. They do it because they ship them sideways, and they can't have the water and the moisture leaking out. But I hate plastic. Really try not to use it as much as possible. And these are a pain to get off. Holy moly. I'm like cutting them because I can't water them until I get this off. I think I prefer the Proven Winners method of paper, but I get why they're doing it. Oh, they did include a tag on one of these. Excellent. I'll come show you. Now, all these plants arrived when it was 104, and I actually brought them inside my house and just let them sit inside, still in their boxes. Oh, goodness gracious, this is pain. And it's also pain cutting it off because you try not to cut the plant. All right, here's a picture of the Tempo Rose GM. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love it. Sure looks like maybe I just bought some hollyhocks. We'll see. The interesting thing about gardening is, you know, I mostly practice regular English. I don't really know the Latin names of everything. I don't really know the genuses and the families and all that. I just know like what I know. A lot of people get into knowing, you know, a lot more than me, and I love that and respect that. I just don't have the memory for that. What I really like is just being able to grow stuff I like. I'm not an expert in anything. I just grow what I like. And these I liked. One branch came off here. Yeah, this plastic is like hard to cut too. It's annoying. Goodness gracious. Okay, I'll work on getting these plastic ones off. I'm going to show you what's in this box. I did open this yesterday just to see if I could tell if it had been mangled, because the box was mangled. They looked okay. In fact, they look better than okay. They look pretty healthy. These are mangled to the inside. Holy moly. rows of Sharon pillars. Dun, dun, dun. They look good. They look really good. They've got some new growth. It's kind of yellow because it's been in this box probably for a week. Those will green right back up. We got 4 of these. They grow pretty big. Oh, look. No tag. Home Depot. Supposed to have a tag. But look how pretty these are. They grow straight up. And I learned about these on, I think, Laura's of Garden Answers more recent video, because Rose of Sharon's get really big, but these are the pillar style, so they grow more tall and narrow. I think they only get like 2 feet wide, but they can get up to 8 feet tall. And I thought, to mask that back fence of mine, I have some sky pencils, but wouldn't this be pretty with the sky pencils? And I think they grow about the same height. So I kind of like the idea of alternating white, green, white, green. So I picked up 4 of these, and they're looking pretty good. Okay, let me get the rest of the plastic off, and then I'll show ya what I got. Okay, here we go. Here's the aftermath. All cardboard. We can recycle this, except for the plastic that Great Garden Plants uses. And you know what? I think I'll give them some feedback and just say, hey, you know, we're all trying to be a little bit more sustainable. If you can, maybe find another alternative. That would be great. All right, but here are all the ones I just unboxed, as well as the ones that I got from my friend up the hill a little bit, and the ones that I got at Lowe's on their clearance rack. Well, that dahlia was not on the clearance rack, but some of the other things were. So let's see. I am gonna pot up some pots. Janie of Dig Plant Water Repeat inspired me. Oh, look, even the kitty's interested. She's like, oh, what is this? No catnip for you. She inspired me. I've always avoided plants in pots, because it's so hot here. Keeping them watered is such a chore. But she's in the exact same climate as me, with dealing with the same heat, so I'm going to give it a try. So I actually picked up a Russian sage, and on the clearance rack I got this Monrovia. What is this? It's not a Suncredible, it's a Sunbelievable. And this dahlia. Look at this. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. This is probably one of my favorite colors. I mean, look at this. Gorgeous. I don't know if it shows up on camera. It looks like it might be a little bit more red than it is, but it's more of a fuchsia. And with those, I picked up some, excuse me, sweet potato vine, both the dark and the light, and they're chartreuse green, and this pretty pink daisy, and some purple calabroca. So those I think I'm planning on putting, and then there's some more sweet potato vines, so I'm planning on putting those 3 in the big pots. But it's not a chore for today, that will be for later. And then Home Depot was redeemed. They did have the tags for the Rose of Sharon. They were at the bottom. They had 4 of them for my 4 plants. And these white pillars, let's see what it says. Sun, very narrow, heat tolerant. Well, that's good. Blooms summer. It's hardy down to zone 5. If it likes heat, that means that its heat zone is going to be, you know, probably all the way up into the sunset zone 20s. It gets to be, holy cow, 10 to 16 feet tall. Ooh, I didn't realize that. And 2 to 3 feet wide. I wonder how long it takes to get to its full size. And they have a pretty picture of what it looks like if you put them as a shrub together, which is what I'm going to try and do. And it says that it just likes well-drained soil. And for those of you who struggle with deer, I don't, obviously, in my backyard of suburban Folsom, but it says medium, which means they probably come along and eat all the flowers. Or if you can get it to grow tall enough, it can't reach the tall flowers. All right, and then I've got my new Geums that I'm going to plant out in the landscape. Oh, and I also picked up another status or sky sea lavender. I mean, these are so pretty, and this was on the clearance rack for half price. And this is doing really well. Oh, it's deer resistant. Huh. Water-wise, hummingbird friendly. Yeah. They don't call it any of the things that I called it. They call it Perezi. So, interesting. Sea lavender is what I know it as. It's doing fabulous in my garden, so I wanted more of those. There's those verbenas. My Rose of Sharon. Yeah, and then from my friend up the hill from her garden, she dug me up these pretty, I think she called them Iranian gerrymanders or something like that. Some ice plant. Oh no, these are the Iranian gerrymanders. I can't remember what those ones are. Oh, bellflower, Korean bellflower. That's what those are. Look how pretty those are. There's a purple one, and then she dug me up a white one. And then there's the ice plant, and then hollyhocks. And then she gave me this cow parsley because I wanted some dark, leaved things in my garden. So I have that. And she's so sweet. She put tags in everything for me. She gave me another verbena rigida. And this one is another Geum. So kind. Well, I'm just going to water all of these beautiful, happy, well, some aren't so happy. That guy looks a little thirsty. But I'm going to water them all in, and I'm just going to let them hang out here until I can get them into the ground or into the pot when the temperatures are cooler. So, thanks everybody, and I hope you enjoyed this unboxing video. For those of you who may be worried about buying online, I hope this gives you some, peace of mind that they actually do pack their stuff really well. I've never really had too many problems. I did order from Bluestone Perennials once, and 2 of my asters promptly died, and they replaced them immediately, no questions asked. So most companies give you some sort of replacement guarantee. So that should also make you feel pretty good about buying online, especially as our nurseries are looking more and more depleted as we go into the year. Now, I don't recommend planting in July, but you know what? I want my garden full and beautiful, so I'm going to do it. I'm just going to water them. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much, and I hope you get a chance to get out into your garden today.